Good morning, everybody. It just hit me that I forgot the treat for Lainey, so she's sitting here looking at me, but she was sick this morning, so I'll have to give her one later. You're fine, baby. You don't feel good, remember? You're good. No treat right now, okay? Later. Alright, guys. I'm going to give it a minute here for everybody to join us. Get my touchpad up and working. No bone, baby. No bone today. There we are. Okay. Alright, good. Got a couple of you. I'm going to give it another minute. Let's see here. Good morning. Oh, my battery's low on this. Let me plug this in. And then we will start. I know, you're being very patient. Yes, you are. I know. All right, Lane. You're fine. You're good. Gotta plug this in, okay? All right, guys. So if you're following my schedule, you kind of know what's going on for today. There we go. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to start. So you kind of know what's going on for today. It's the Dollar Tree planter. I'm calling it the Dollar Tree planter. You can actually put real plants in it, but I'm just putting the fake flowers in just to show you guys. So I'm going to take these out for a second. So all of this stuff, those flowers were not from the Dollar Tree, but this stuff was. So, and the Dollar Tree has tons of fake flowers. I'm sure you guys know that. So you can do this project for $1, $2, and maybe $4 or $5 if you want to, okay? So all this are these awesome little tins. They're so cute. I love them. I was shopping the other day at the Dollar Tree and found these, and I was like, I can't pass these up. So, Lainey, I don't have a treat for you. So I got these, and then we are using the margarita glasses, I guess is what they are, okay? And they do have like a really pretty design on them, so we are going to use that to our advantage, all right? And these are also from the Dollar Tree, and these fit in there perfectly. So I lucked out. They fit on top of there perfectly, okay? So you'll need those two things. And if you don't have this exact stuff at your Dollar Tree, they have stuff like it. I can promise that. They're usually pretty good with that. You'll need some twine. If you want to add twine, that's up to you, or ribbon, whatever you want to add. I am using the Art Minds chalk paint. I'm just doing the white, so it's going to turn out just like this one. I figured I'll do a matching set. So that's what it's going to look like. Lainey, honey, I don't have your treat because you're not feeling good. She's whining over here, nudging me. So she wants her treat, but she's puking this morning, so we're not going to do that. So if you guys see me like run, it's because I'm trying to get her outside fast enough so she doesn't throw up inside. She just has not been feeling good. So say a little prayer for her. She's just not been good for the last couple of days. I'm not quite sure what's going on with her. So, last couple of days, I don't know if you ate something. All right. Scissors, okay, and I am using a chip brush again, okay, just your regular chip brush, and like I said, I am using Art Minds chalk paint. I don't know if I finished that sentence or not. The Art Minds chalk paint, and I'm on my last little bit. I ordered some from Michael's, so it should be here soon. All right, guys, let me get some comments here. I know there are some. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. I want the basket in the back. Is it this one, Jess? Or this one? I have like 4 baskets. This is my crafting supply shelf. And I tried to make it look nice so I could have like a background for my videos. So I'm glad that you guys are noticing stuff from it. Let's see here. Oh, I have so many of you guys already, so many comments. It's awesome. Let's see. Oh, you were mowing going, Becky, but stopped. Well, thank you. Thanks. Oh, let's see. Beautiful day. Yes, it is a beautiful day, Bernie. It's awesome out today. I have so much stuff I have to do outside. My husband, right before I went live, he's like, can you help me tarp up the garage? We're spraying all of our interior doors. We're getting ready to hopefully post the house and sell it. So we are spraying the doors today and doing a lot more stuff. So it's exciting, but nice out. Thank goodness. Let's see. Thank you for sharing, you guys. Happy weekend. Thank you. Awesome, awesome. Oh, thanks, Jess. I'm hoping she'll feel better in the next day or two. She's been like right by my side. Like she's been like right here. So hopefully she's okay. Let's see. Thank you guys. Awesome. The big one with the flowers. Yep, that would be the basket. This I pulled out of the trash a couple years ago. You know me. I never buy anything. I just steal out of people's garbages. Alright, so this is what we're making. I will go ahead and start today, okay? And let's see here. These here are just from the Dollar Tree. Like I said, they're heavy duty glass. So it is heavy, which is a good base. So if you are using this as a planner, it's not going to tip over because they're pretty, as you can see, they're pretty like bottom heavy. So it does make it nice. So I'm going to take this off of here. This is a little sticker. You're fine. You can't be too sick if you're that hungry for a treat. You know that? Alright, guys. So the first thing is I want to paint this. Okay, I kind of like them. If you don't even want to paint, you don't have to because they look really pretty like that. They really do. But I'm going to paint it just so it matches my other one. I know. You're good. Alright, so I'm using my chip brush. And remember, with glass, we're using pretty much paint when we're doing this. Because with glass it kind of smears, so you just want light pressure and pretty much paint, okay? So I'm going to start with the base of it. And you also need sandpaper because I'm going to take the sandpaper over this and actually sand just to get that design out. And I'll show you guys here in a second what I mean. But I'm just using pretty much paint, and I'm not going back on what I painted, if that makes sense. I'm just doing that first coat, okay, because I don't want it to smear. I want it to just be that fresh coat of paint on there. So I'm not going back over what I just painted right this second. Like sometimes, you know, you brush back and forth on one spot. I am not doing that because this is glass. So just thick amount of paint on your brush and going around that, okay? So paint on glass takes a little bit longer to dry. I feel like it does. People might say I'm crazy when I say that. I don't know. But I feel like it takes longer. Just going to coat this whole thing. Oops. Don't have enough paint there. There we go. Alright. And I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this video today. So if I miss comments and stuff, I apologize now. We just have a lot going on today and I want to get stuff done while it's nice out. We don't get nice days here in Johnstown too much, so I'm take advantage of today. So if you leave a comment and I don't get it, just give me like a couple hours and I promise I'll reply. Might just take me a little bit longer today. I'm too excited to get out and do everything. Lots going on. Let's see here. Awesome. Almost done painting this, and you can paint the inside too, but and leave this clear. That's completely up to you guys. I just painted the outside of mine. Looks good, so I'm going to let that dry. All right, flip that over and let it dry. I just see a little spot here I missed on the bottom. Hi, babe. What you need? Okay. My husband's busy getting everything ready for us to paint those doors this morning, so he'll need me here in about probably an hour, half an hour maybe. All right, so like I said, I wasn't really doing anything to this other than just painting this handle. So as you guys can see, oops, paint on that. I just took my brush over and really lightly just did the handle. So I'll do that next. You need something from over here? Oh, there was the green one over there somewhere. I thought. Okay, so he's looking for a tape measure. You know how you have like 72 pairs of scissors and like 20 tape measures and you can never find them? That's us. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and lightly coat this handle. This kind of gets stuck. There we go. And I'm just hitting every direction. So I'm going to go this way first, the whole way around, and it's not going to be perfect, which is fine because you want it to look rustic anyway. And then I'm going to go inside that handle. I'm just getting every direction, just one little swipe, and I keep moving my paintbrush. Same with this. Good, and the inside of that little loop. Perfect. Good, and then I'm going to do the outside of it. Little swipes. And then I will read your guys' comments here in a minute. There we go. And down to that little bucket. I am trying my hardest not to get the paint on the bucket. If you do, it's okay. It's not a big deal. And then I'm going to do the underneath here. So we get every direction of that little handle, because it just brings out that feature. I thought it was a really cute thing. So there we go. And I'm just going to brush the outside right here where it joins. And then I also did the rim of this too, which I'm going to do on here. So I'm just going to take my paintbrush and just go the whole way around the rim of this bucket. And you don't have to do that if you don't want to. I just thought it kind of pulled that out of there a little bit, made it look a little nicer, made it kind of blend in with the bottom and match a little bit more. So I'm just doing the outside of that, and I just have my brush at an angle so it's not hitting that barrel part, it's just hitting the rim of that. Perfect. All right, so there is my handle. That's all done. Okay, and I'm just kind of going over it, getting any little chunks off of there that I don't like. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to let that dry now. All right, let me read some comments. Let's see. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Becky, I did not know about the glass. Thanks for sharing. Don't keep going back over it. I have trouble with it. Oh, yes, yes. Yep, exactly, Becky. If you keep going back over the paint, if you just sit here and keep brushing that same spot, it's just going to smear the paint around. And that's any paint. That's not just chalk paint. Anything like glass or metal, and if you're even using acrylic paint, going back over it's just smearing it and creating those brush strokes. And that's just, yep, just use a thick coat of paint. Even though chalk paint, you can get really little bit of, a real little coat out of a lot, or I'm sorry, a real big coat out of a lot. But when you're doing glass, don't be afraid to use a thicker coat. Yep, it'll stick, okay? Hi, I know. Landon just keeps popping her head up on the table. I know, you're mom's girl today, huh? You don't want anything to do with daddy when you're sick. You want mom. All right, let's see. Diana, bicycle rims. You must have been watching my video earlier today. Yes, those are going to be next Friday, okay? Our boss did tell us we aren't going back to work. I work Monday morning, so, but we won't be back to our normal schedule. So my schedule will hopefully stay the same as it's been now for the last couple weeks. So that'll be good. I'll be able to do a couple more videos, but I'm hoping to do those next Friday. I'm just way too excited to do those. So I think I'm just going to throw them in there next Friday. Let's see. Oh, yes, Lynn. Yes, perfect place for one of these. Absolutely. And you know what? Fireplaces, I like taller stuff, and then I like to like go, you know, from the sides of the fireplace, taller things, and then go down in size. And then a picture in the middle I think would be awesome. But this would be an awesome size because it is tall and it's thin. So you don't have something sticking over the ledge of your mantle, and you don't have something real short that you can't see. These would be awesome. Perfect idea. Very good. Yes, and if you guys make these, like I said, share. I love when people share. I try to keep up on the viewer shout outs, and I want to do those more and more. I want to be able to do them maybe every other day and just, you know, group a couple pictures together that you guys send me and shout out to you guys, okay? So this, I am going to use my hair dryer on because, like I said, paint does not dry quick at all on glass, okay? And you guys can kind of see that was a coat, and it is kind of almost like, I don't want to say shrinking, but it is breaking up a little bit. So I'm going to use the hair dryer on that, get that to dry, and then we are going to take the sandpaper around it and get that design to stick out. I just love that design on these glasses. Okay, so let me do that. Sorry, gonna be loud, cover your ears. Alright guys, sorry, I know that was a little bit longer than usual, but like I said, chalk paint and glass, it takes a little bit longer, okay? So that's pretty dry. I can still feel a little bit of damp spots, but I think it'll be okay. So what I'm going to do now is get my sandpaper, and I am just using the 120 grit. It's a very light grit, okay, pretty smooth, and this one's been used quite a bit, so it's even smoother. Alright, so I'm going to just start around here. And what this is going to do, it's kind of doing the reverse effect. If you guys watched my jewelry box flip yesterday, I used the paint to highlight all the detail. So what I'm doing now is doing the reverse. I painted everything, and now I'm sanding to get rid of the paint to highlight the detail. So, because like I like that glass through there, it just gives it a really pretty texture. So what this sandpaper is going to do is hit all the high spots in that glass, which is highlighting that real pretty design, okay? So I'm going to take my sandpaper, and I'm going to just start on the top here, and I'm just going to work my way around, and as you can see, it's bringing out that design, okay? I'm not pressing hard at all. I'm just lightly going around that. And it's just pulling out all of that design, okay? Now, the more paint, the more sanding. Just keep that in mind, okay? Even though you do have to do a thicker coat on glass and on metal and stuff, so you'll have to do a little bit more sanding. It took me a while to do that one, to get it the way I wanted it. So just keep that in mind. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go towards the top here a little bit. And it does not have to be perfect because you want it to look rusticy anyway. I'm just taking that. My sandpaper might be too worn, but we'll try. We'll keep going. Gonna keep going, and as you guys can see, that design is coming out, which looks really pretty. That's awesome. So exciting. So I am pressing a little bit harder now just because of my sandpaper being dull. I think it has a lot to do with why it's not going as fast as it usually does. Good. All right, let me get a different piece of sandpaper real quick. Okay. This is the same thing 120. It's just not as dull. It's brand new. So I think we should be good now. All right, that's better. So hardly any pressure. That's taking that right off of there. I love using sandpaper. I know a lot of crafters don't like it just because why sand? Just paint it. I love sanding. So I think it just brings out so much detail and that gets missed and it just makes it look so nice. Takes a little bit of extra muscle, but I think it looks better. All right, guys. So as you can see, it's bringing out that design perfectly. It looks so pretty, and it is dusty right now. So once I clean it, it'll look a little bit better. And I'm just going to keep that same thing, keep going down. Now this one here, I did put a little bit more paint on than the other one. So to match them, I might add a little bit more on that one. We'll see. This one's just a little bit more vivid white than the other. Perfect. Going around there. Just gonna tear this, and I'm gonna actually just loop that in my hand. If you're ever sanding anything round like this, I just get the sandpaper and I actually just twist it. Okay, and it'll still do its job. It's just easier than going around. Okay. Good. I'm actually glad I put more paint on this one because then I can kind of show you guys the difference. All right, good. I'm just going to take this around this a little bit more, highlight that a little bit better, and then I will read your comments in 1 second. Good. Highlight this piece a little bit more. Okay. Tear this up a little bit more. There we go. Okay, good. Let me wipe this off a little bit. That looks nice. Awesome. So cool. I love glass. Jars, cups, I'm just drawn to that kind of stuff. And I'm just taking it on the bottom here and just kind of making the bottom match. The bottom doesn't really have a lot of detail, so I'm just sanding through little spots on it just to make it match the top. You want to keep that look going. And there's no rhyme or reason. This is not really highlighting anything. I'm just kind of soft sanding and then hitting it, kind of putting a little bit of pressure on it in some spots just to go through the paint to bring out the glass in the bottom. And then I'm going right around the edge of it to highlight the rim of the bottom of this. Perfect. Looks awesome. Okay. Just looking here, seeing if I see anything that needs a little less or more. Good. Just going to go the whole way around the very top of this. Highlight that. All right. So I'm going to wipe this off and I will show you the difference between both of these. So I am going to do this one. I put a lot of paint on. Okay. This one I did not put so much. I did a lighter coat. Okay. They look pretty much the same, but as you can see, this is just a lighter coat of paint and this is a more vivid. Okay. So I put a lot more paint on this one than I did that one. All right. I'll come closer. I'm having a hard time reaching over to the camera for you guys. So this one here, this is the one I did today. It looks awesome. Pretty cool. Look at all that detail. Who would have known that detail was there without doing that, right? Other than just filling it. So that is that one today. It looks pretty awesome. Let me read your comments here. Let's see. Oh yes, Sandra, I know. I'm excited. I have like my idea in my head for those and I just cannot wait. So Friday, I will surprise everybody. I don't want to tell you what I'm doing with them yet. So I got to build up that suspense, right? That's how I know I keep my viewers in this. So Friday, can't wait until next Friday. Counting down. Let's see. Hi, Becky again. Hi, Angie. Awesome. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you. Hi, Mom. Let's see. All right, let's see here. So I'm going to go ahead and just clean this off. So now my tin should be dry. That paint didn't take long because it was a very light coat. So now what I'm going to do is set that on top of here. And I lucked out with this. I paint like up my nose from sanding. So I lucked out with this. This actually fits right into the bottom of that tin, like perfectly. I couldn't ask for a better fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, I'm using the Gorilla Glue, okay, the Crazy Glue. You can try hot glue, but it might fall apart. But if you're just using it for decor, like I said, this is pretty bottom heavy, so you shouldn't have any problem with it falling off if you're using it like the, who said they were putting it on their fireplace? Let me see. Like Lynn said about the fireplace, you're not going to be bumping it and moving it a lot. So hot glue should work, okay? Just to attach that onto there. It's not like you're carrying it around by this and having all that weight, okay? So I'm going to use the Gorilla Glue. I'm going to just wipe off the top of this, make sure it's nice and clean. Okay, good. And I'm just going to put that around the rim, okay, of my glass. Whole way around. And this stuff dries pretty quickly, but you have enough time to work with it. And then I'm just going to place that on there, and I'm just going to clean off any extra glue that might have been kind of left behind or squeeze out. Okay, perfect. All right, so that's how I did that. I'm going to let that dry. I'm not going to try to move the top and the bottom too much. I'm just going to move it as one solid piece. So I added, this one's kind of falling off, so I was taking it apart. Let's see here. I added some twine to the top of this just to add a little bit. That's up to you guys. This one here is not the best. I didn't take my time on the twine on this one. Just kind of threw it on there. But I'll wrap some twine on here too. Let's see, we'll do, actually, do I have a thicker? Let me see if I have a thicker twine so I don't have to wrap it as many times. And if you guys have burlap too, that would work perfect. If you like burlap, oh, I'm throwing stuff everywhere. There we go. I have some thicker twine. I have all different kind of sizes. So I'm going to use this. Kind of just see how many times I need to wrap this around here to make it look decent. And I am bumping this. Like I said, I wasn't going to, and I am. All right, so we'll do 3 times. Make it look cute. A little extra there so we have room to tie it. And I'm just going to snip that. All right, so I'm just going to move this up. This is just like doing the twine wrapped bottles. If you guys seen my tutorial on that, I just want to make sure it's not overlapped anywhere out front so it looks nice and neat. Okay, good. Looks cute. I'm going to pull it a little bit tighter here around here. Maybe. I'm moving this too much. Hopefully that glue doesn't come off. Okay. Let's see. Let me try this again. So I'm going to hold, I'm going to do this towards me so I can see what I'm doing, but I'm just going to get where I know I want to tie it from. So right here, okay, I'm going to stick this out front. This is just an easier way to do it. And then I'm going to wrap it neatly the whole way around, falling right underneath there. Pretty self-explanatory, right? Good. And I think I actually, no, I did that over top. Okay. There. And once more, should wrap 3 times. Thicker twine looks better because it's a larger item for the little twine. Okay, good. And I'm just going to tie that right here. Perfect. A little knot. All right, looks good. And I'm going to tuck that in there. I don't have enough to make a bow. I didn't leave myself enough to make a bow. Whoopsie. Oh well, it looks cute enough. Okay, so I'm going to turn this towards you guys. I'm just going to put that in the back. All right, so this is fighting me. I should have probably put this underneath there, but I wasn't thinking. I think that might actually help it hold up too. Okay, so you can glue this if you want to. I'm not going to glue mine because I might go back and redo it and just do a little bow. We'll see. I'm going to tuck this in here. Come on. It's fighting me. There we go. All right. So now that is pretty much how they're made. And you can either have your little handle up, you can put it down. It's not going to go up because I have the twine on there, but you can put it up, down. I like them down. I think they look cuter. They add to it. They add more detail. And then you're just going to get your flowers and you're just going to pop them right in there. We'll do those in that one and we'll put the rest in this one. Awesome. All right. So if you want kind of more dull look, do less paint, more sanding. If you want the bright white, which I think this one looks a little bit better than the one I did previously, use a lot of paint, heavy coat, okay? Which you should anyway using it on glass. And this kind of shows you, bring this up here, show you guys real closely. So doing the light coats on the paint, it smears it. Oops. And as you can see, it didn't coat the full glass as this one did. Okay, so heavier coats, they work better, and then you can see the design better on it. All right, so I'm going to plop those in there, but that's pretty much how you make those. Oh, my flowers just don't want to stay in there today. There we go. And they're really cute, really simple, really quick project. So if you're looking for a really quick project to just do that, you want nice decor, but you're just like, I have family coming over tomorrow and I want to hurry up and throw something together so it looks nice, this is a good project for that, okay? Takes you a couple seconds. You don't even have to paint them. You can just stick them together, throw some pretty flowers in there, go outside, pick some flowers, throw them in there, and you're done, okay? And it could make a really pretty centerpiece too for a table. So there's that also, okay? So real quick project today. Thank you guys for viewing. Okay, let me catch up on some comments here and then I am going to log off because my husband, I think, just got done doing what he needed to do. Now he needs me. So let me see here. Shared, awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. I'm glad you guys like them. Well, thank you so much for viewing. If you have any questions on this project, I know I'm kind of like going pretty quickly through this today. Comment and I will get back to you or send me a message. Okay. And I will have tomorrow's schedule out. Or not tomorrow's, oh my goodness, tomorrow's schedule, oh my gosh, I'm not doing anything tomorrow. I will have next week's schedule out either, probably, I'm thinking it's going to be tomorrow night, most likely. Today's Saturday, right? Yeah, oh yeah, today's Saturday. Okay, so probably tomorrow night. I was hoping to have it out tonight, but because it's such a beautiful day and we need to be doing things outside, there's a lot to do, I'll probably have it out tomorrow afternoon or evening, okay? And those of you who are on my email list will get a new email for that week's projects, okay? So I'm so glad that you guys viewed again. Thank you so much. Awesome. And you guys have a wonderful day too. All right, let me see here. I'm not exactly sure on all my projects for next week, so I can't really show you anything really. I know I usually do that, but I'm going to be boring today and not do that. All right, guys. So thank you so much for viewing. Stay healthy and safe. All right. We'll see you. Bye.